Hello everyone, this is Victor from the Modern Gafa, and here's my thrift haul for February 2018. This includes anything I get at a traditional thrift store like a Goodwill, or a comic books used section, or a used bookstore, things like that. First up, I got this little Batman. I don't know if you can see right there. This is really cool because I've wanted a Batman figure for a while, but I wanted one from like the 90s animated series. But that toy line is infamous for having a bunch of ridiculous versions of Batman that are not in the show. This is like a silver version that probably isn't in the show, but it is just a simple, clean Batman, and I kind of like the silver look, so it's great that I got one that isn't like, you know, Arctic action or jungle fever or anything like that, so Batman, pretty cool. These next things I got like for a steal. It's basically a bunch of the figures from the Power Rangers Loyal Subjects, or Loyalist Subjects, blind box Power Rangers figures. So I got the Mastodon, I got Billy from the movie, I got Rita Repulsa. She's got wheels on the bottom. It doesn't really do much, but they're there. I got Rocky from the movie, I got Jason, I got the Pterodactyl Zord, and I got Aisha from the movie. And I got the helmets, so yeah. I think these things retailed for like $10 each. I got all that for $5. So yeah, it's at a place that doesn't typically have blind bags, so I wonder if they just don't know what to do with them. I got these at Goodwill, little rubber Harry Potter house bracelets. Very cool. They're kind of dusty. I might need to clean them up somehow, but they're cool, and along the band is the castle. So that's pretty cool. I got this Mickey Mouse mug for $1. Star Wars, Ambush at Corella, Han Solo story. I haven't also had like a old school like pulp sci-fi fantasy book in a while. It smells awful. So that is a old Star Wars book. Here is a new one, Star Wars Aftermath. This is the book that takes place right after Return of the Jedi, and it's the lead-in to The Force Awakens. I've never really been big on new Star Wars books either, or old, I don't know. Star Wars books, I mean, it's, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, but it was like $7 and it's like super brand new, so yeah. I got Shaman King Volume 1. There's a lot of manga out there that I love and like have nostalgia for, but they're like 85 volumes long. Like I could never get into like One Piece ever, just because Jesus Christ. So I kind of want to have a collection of volume 1s, specifically all the volume 1s of manga that I grew up with in the original Shonen Jump monthly magazine. So this was a pickup I got. This was $5, a little much that I want to spend for a volume 1 of an old manga, but what are you gonna do? Here's a video game pickup. It is the Platinum Edition of Saints Row. Saints Row is one of my favorite video game franchises. Basically, it's Grand Theft Auto, but like with more fun and weirdness, and it takes itself less seriously. The first game, as I understand it, I've not played this one. It's basically just Grand Theft Auto, but with kind of cartoony gangs instead of like the traditional mafia that you see in most Grand Theft Auto. The sequels go like over the top with like the second one has like samurai and luchadors, and then the third one has like virtual reality, and then there's aliens, and then the last one took place in hell. It's such a weird franchise, and I love it so much. Rest in peace, Saints Row franchise. More Star Wars. These are journals. This one is Rey, Last Jedi based, and this one is Captain Phasma. I don't journal, Katrina does. These were super cheap at Joann Fabrics. They were like $1 each or something, so I got 2 of each of these styles. She will probably use them for her journaling, and I might sell these or do a giveaway or something, I don't know. Powerpuff Girls Classics! Power Party! It's, you know, it's what it is. It's an IDW Powerpuff Girls comic. The artwork looks just like the show. And that is to say it's beautiful. Then I have 3 trades. First up is the Astonishing X-Men Volume 5. I love the Joss Whedon run. This is Volume 5. His run ended at Volume 4. So Warren Ellis took over after him. It's still the same character, it's still the same world. The writing's probably a little different. I've not read anything after Joss Whedon. Queen Storm shows up, fresh off of her wedding to Black Panther. So that's neat. She replaces Kitty Pryde. I was flipping through this and I'm like, where on earth is Kitty Pryde? She was like a main character. If you've read Volume 4 of the Astonishing X-Men, you know where Kitty Pryde is. Don't worry, she gets better. The Dark Knight Returns, super popular, well-known Batman comic. I've always kind of wanted to read this. I like some of other Frank Miller's work. One thing I'm curious about is this red-haired, possibly female Robin that I've seen all over the internet but never knew where they were from. They're from this. So from what I understand, the story of this is that Bruce Wayne has retired. And so in the future, he is kind of an old man who kind of puts on the cowl one last time. There's a lot of fans out there who want Christopher Nolan and Christian Bale to make this into a movie like in 20 years when Christian Bale's all like old. I'd watch that. And finally, I have the Superior Spider-Man Volume 1. For those who don't know, Doc Ock and Peter Parker switched bodies, and then Peter died in Doc Ock's body. And so Doc Ock was in Peter's body for a while. That got reversed eventually, obviously. Doc Ock's villain mind kind of merged with Peter's goodness a little bit, and so he kind of used their joint minds to kind of start Parker Industries and become a big mogul and try to be a better, more superior Spider-Man than Peter Parker ever was. I've never read anything with Doc Ock as Spider-Man, so I'm very excited to try that out. And that is all the junk I picked up for free or cheap, or like they didn't know how expensive they should have been at the store. Yeah, let me know if you picked up anything thrifty in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!